We we up and running, baby. And I am number one blessed to be able to do this stream right now. I did make it back home. I really hope some of my folks. It's kind of impromptu. This stream is not on it's not on freaking Mondays anymore. It's on Tuesdays. But man, with Hellblade 2 seemingly captivating the minds of everyone, with Gear 6 rumors going absolutely crazy right now. That's a good amount to talk about prior to Wednesday's Double XP podcast. So I did want to come out and sort of give you guys a show. Yobi, what's going on with Twitch? Yobi, let's see what chat you and Yobi look like you on the main feed. Shout out to Yobi, man. Thank you coming through and rocking with me, man. As always, it is appreciated. I just want to make sure that I am okay. It looks like we up. Yeah, man, we up on both feeds. We should be up and running in the shorts feed along with the main feed. But yes, I wanted to come out, and I know it's kind of super impromptu, so I hope I can get some people to come up in here, man. I got to get more consistent with doing this show. But with my most anticipated game of 2024, Hellblade 2, right around the corner. Shout out to you, man. I appreciate you showing out the stream, my boy. It is love. I appreciate that. With my most anticipated game in Hellblade, I've been anticipating this game since 2017. Around the corner, and it is getting dragged. It is getting dragged up and down the internet for being 30 frames per second. I'm gonna talk to why that absolutely does not matter. At least to me, I can't speak for everyone, but to me, it does not matter. Not even a tad bit. Not the smallest bit does 30 FPS with Hellblade 2 matter, okay? Also, I'm talking about some Gears of War 6 because my friend, shout out to Reforged Gaming, even though he hates my guts, he seems to give me ammo for 15 minutes of fame just about every time I get ready to do this show live, right? So shout out to him and all the work he does with making stuff up and giving me more and more ammo. Sly Crow, what's happening? Listen, before we get into it, I do want to play, and I'm gonna have to jump back and forth, right? Because I got two streams up. I want to play what I believe is the hottest intro outro on the tube.
For 15 minutes of fame, I can settle for being ordinary, but nobody remembers the ordinary. It's the ones who live forever. Trendsetters. Break the bar. Cause everybody can be trendsetters.
Yeah, I really hope they didn't mess nothing up on the shorts feed. Oh, yeah, we good. We good on the shorts feed, baby. We're still right. It is 15 minutes of fame. Flames of Founder, what's happening with you? Sly Crow's happening with you, man. You guys are freaking awesome. If you guys can do me a huge favor, you guys can share the stream out, let people know that 15 minutes of fame, which I haven't done in like a month, maybe even 2 months, is live. Cause we got some things to talk about, and I'm super excited. So I really want to jump right into Hellblade, right? Because again, this is one of my most anticipated games. It is my most anticipated game of the year, right? Visually, ridiculously on par. Yeah, that intro fire, Yobi. That intro is fire. I love it. At some point, I'm update the visuals on it, but it's super dope, man. I love it. But visually, Hellblade 2 is on par, right? It looks fan freaking tastic. One of the, if not the best looking game we've ever seen. And this isn't bias. This isn't me showing bias to my most anticipated game. It's literally one of the best games that we've ever seen, right? Just looking at, right? And this is some of the clip from the IGN. They got to play it early, right? It is one of the best looking games we've ever seen. If you played the first Hellblade, you understand back in the day, Ninja Theory had a very small budget. They didn't have the money and the backing of Microsoft, right, to be able to create something like this, okay? And they gave us something that was a triple A-ish looking game with a indie budget. That's what Hellblade was, and it was fantastic, right? It had its issues, i.e., the puzzles were a little bit overbearing. It's a little bit too much on the puzzles, right? The combat needed to be fleshed out, as we heard that the combat was created in a small studio where she couldn't even, Miss Jurgens couldn't even bring the sword up without hitting the roof. They've went really deep into the combat now, so they've improved the game. Man, these earbuds be going crazy on my ears, man. They improved the game heavily, right? But again, small budget, much bigger budget now. We're hearing about the same length of time, right? Looking at about 8 hours. You're looking at about $50, all digital, right? This game back then was fantastic. It released on the PS4. I bought it on the PS4. I was there before the game released for the Dev Diaries. I got it on PS4, played it, beat it on PS4. Okay, when it came to Xbox, it went right to Xbox Game Pass. I beat it on Xbox Game Pass. And then I went out and bought a physical copy just to support it, right? There's no faking it here, right? This ain't even, it's not open. It's not open. All right, the HellBlade. This isn't like, oh, fam, you a super Xbox fan, Xbox game coming out, you overhyping it. No, this game could have still been just on PlayStation, on PS4, PS5, and I would be just as hype and telling you day one at 30 FPS don't matter, right? It's just my anticipation for this game, right? Played it on PS4, beat it on PS4, played it on Xbox, beat it on Xbox. Went out and bought a brand new physical copy just to support the developers, right? And I'm an old head, right? I'm an old head. So I'm 36 years old. I still love physical media. I had to go nab this, right? Nothing super special about it, but when you love a game, you love a game, right? People buy collector's editions and they buy the same game over and over again. There's like 87,000 versions of The Last of Us 2, no one bats an eye. So I went about a physical version, right? And here's what I'm going to tell you. This game is a highly, I don't know what this is. We ain't talking about it. It's a highly cinematic game. It's extremely cinematic, okay? I want to pause that right there. It's very cinematic. The fights are one-on-one, right? This isn't a game to where you're going to have hordes of enemies, or it's big open world, or you know, it's third person, so it's not first person, right? It doesn't necessarily have to be 60 frames per second, okay? Now, could you tell yourself, if it was 60, would it be a detriment? Hell no. Hell no. I'm not telling you that. I'm not telling you, oh, you should want your games to be 30 frames per second. What I'm telling you is that 30 frames per second means nothing. In the grand scheme of things that the title, I gotta do a quick thing really fast. I apologize. I'm still here. I ain't going nowhere. Now, boom, got it. Sorry about that. But in the grand scheme of how this game is, how this game plays, with how the combat is, this one-on-one combat, each fight is meant to feel heavy. Each fight is meant to feel important, right? So with that said, do you actually need? I think that's the issue. People are saying, oh, I need 60 frames per second. I can't function without 60 frames per second. Knowing at the same time, man, I got to pull something else up here. Good grief, fame. Hold on. I see what's happening here. You guys can't see it. Everything looks good on y'all's end. I see some issues on my end that I'm about to fix right now. I apologize. All right, we up. So you're saying I need 60 FPS. If it ain't 60, it's trash. While at the same time, when I went to Boston for PAX East, I saw everybody and their mama playing Dragon's Dogma 2 on console. Everybody and their mama was playing Dragon's Dogma 2 on console. And how many frames y'all getting on that console version? Let me know. How many frames you getting on the console version? Because it's 30 FPS. And I don't want to hear all fame is different. This is a first party studio. It's not different. I'm willing to bet. Now, I get it as UE5. It's visually beautiful, and there could have been some trade off. Like, hey, we want this game to look how it looks now, to play how it looks now. We gotta go 30, and I get that. I get that, right? But to say you needed to be a certain way to play this type of game is asinine on a multitude of levels. This, and what's funny was, I believe it was Gaming Bolt. Correct me if I'm wrong. This is Game of the Year potential. Game of the Year, right? The IGN facet of it, talking about how incredible the game looked. We talking Game of the Year potential. So much so that we getting Gaming Bolt and others saying, hey, this game needs to be on every platform. Which blows my mind, honestly, right? You never really hear that when Spider-Man 2 came out, when God of War came out, that these games are so great that they have to be multi-platform. There's a weird covering over this title that it has to be A, it has to be B, because of whatever reasons, right? This game and the developers chose for this game to be 30 FPS. They could have made this game 60 frames per second, even in UE5. But what are you willing to sacrifice as a developer to say, hey, you know what? I'm going to reduce this to get this. For years it was let the developers cook. Let the developers make the game they want to make. Let them make it how they want to make it. And to further push this along, the majority of the gamers who play games are casuals. How many casuals? We're the hardcore. We are the hardcore. We care about this stuff. Name me one casual friend, and I mean a real casual, right? The people who only got a console for Madden 2K or the new hottest hotness, right? Oh, Spider-Man out, I'm going to get Spider-Man, right? But they not really playing games like this, right? Or a good assortment of games. Name one casual that you know, that you rock with, that care about frames per second. I'll wait, because you can't find one, right? The casuals, if this game truly is Game of the Year style potential, if it truly is, one of the best looking games we've ever seen, that's what's going to attract the casuals. Yes, would it be nice to have 60 FPS? Probably. It would probably look, it could make the gameplay better for you. It could make your experience better. If you truly feel like, hey, I have to play 60 frames per second, I got something for you. It's called a personal computer. If that is the most important thing to you, if you need every game, if you need every game to be at its full potential, why are you purely console gaming? Why don't you have a PC? Go get that 4090 player. That would do you much better than getting a console. You don't need to be on console if you have to have 60, if you have to have 120. To a lot of people, that's damage control. Because, again, Xbox is the world's most powerful console. And I get Microsoft shot themselves in the foot with that. 60 FPS is the standard. Eats monsters for breakfast. Microsoft did that to themselves. There's no doubt. There's no questioning that. They really did. Now, if you're talking Indiana Jones, that's a first-person game. If you're talking, pick any shooter. Shooter A, shooter B, shooter C. You're talking an online game. I am 100% behind the gamer bandwagon saying, why the hell is this game not 60 frames per second? Hey, don't be calling me cute, Joven, Hoven, Lukovic. Don't be calling me cute. Don't be calling me cute unless you're trying to give me a kiss. Don't do that. Don't do that. I appreciate you being on the short stream. Appreciate it. Much love you coming out and rocking with me. I appreciate that. But again, Sly Crow, 4070. Go get you a 4070, 4080, 4090. Get you a PC with an i9. I got an i9 470 3082 and I got dual monitors. That's 8K 67,000 frames per second. And then I have if you need the best of the best of the best of the best of the best, go get a PC. I'm not knocking it. You like it, I love it. Hey, listen. You gotta take me out to dinner first. I ain't cheap. But I'm not knocking it whatsoever. You like it, I love it. But to be a console gamer and to be beating your chest, why is it 30? It has to be 60. And you purely play on console? Knowing that these are, for the most part, these are low budget PCs blows my mind. And again, think about the game. At the end of the day, if the game is good, if you have an incredible story, and it plays great. Now, mind you, if HellBlade 2 is 30 FPS, and it's dropping frames, we're getting into the teens and the 20s, who asks, do we got to lit a fire up underneath? That's an issue. Because in this day and age, on these consoles, I don't care if you got an Xbox Series X or a PS5. Yes, sir, it will do. I don't care if you got an Xbox Series X or a PS5. 30 FPS should be rock hard. Solid. No Diddy. I don't know why that came out. My bad. On these consoles, if a developer tells me we're doing 30 FPS, that 30 FPS needs to be solid. I don't want to see now send you a frame drop. Not now. I don't care if it's UE5. I don't care. Because then you're taking me out of the story. Because then, if I'm in combat, I don't care if that one-on-one combat, and we're dropping frames, you're pulling me from the immersion. You're pulling me from what I'm in this game for, which is an amazing story, because that's what HellBlade 2 will be, is an amazing story. I'm standing on business on that. This game will be great. And yes, it's biased because the first game was, in my opinion, it was great. Does it have its issues? Yeah. Please, for the love of God, Ninja Theory, give us less puzzles. It's a great game. But shout out to y'all, man. We're going to keep on rolling. I've never been able to do 15 minutes of fame for 15 minutes. We're 18 minutes in. I still got a whole other topic to do. We're 18 minutes in, got a whole other topic to do. Because I can't shut up. Just blabbing my mouth. Big old bubble lip. Just blabbing. I can't help it. I might as well rename this to 35 and a half hours of fame, because I steady run my mouth, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. Now I told y'all my friend will be making an appearance on today's show. My buddy Reforge. Let's roll the clip.
Another big question I have for Gear 6. Will this be a multi-plat release? If they're just 1 year into development...
Stop. Don, what's happening? Gear 6. Hour of fame, pretty much. Gear 6 was just talked about by Jeff Grubb about it possibly being seen this summer. We know Xbox has a showcase in June. It's about time for Gear 6. Gears 5, it's been, 5 years, might let me know. I could be wrong. Maybe 4. Since Gears 5, right? Yes, Sea of Thieves, Pentiment, Hi-Fi Rush, and other games went to PlayStation 5. According to Microsoft, it's a case-by-case basis on what Xbox first-party games are going to PlayStation, okay? We can't even get the PlayStation gamers to admit that PlayStation will be day and date with PC eventually. Right? We can't get them to wrap their minds around. No! Because at first it was PlayStation games would never go to PC. And now it's, they'll go years later. We tell them, man, it's gonna be day and date. You can't make them believe it. So now we got Sea of Thieves, Hi-Fi Rush, Pentiment. These games going to PlayStation, right? Case by case basis. It's just 4 games. It might be more. But you are to believe that Gear 6, right? You won't believe that the next PlayStation game will go day and date with PC, right? But you are under the belief that Gear 6 is day and date with PlayStation?
Development, I don't really see a reason to lock this to Xbox and PC. By the time it releases, multi-plat Xbox Studio games, that'll be pretty normal, I would think. But that makes for a brand new question. If the
So at the same time, if Spider-Man 3 was announced, we know Spider-Man 3 is coming. And PlayStation games are getting closer and closer to PC day and date. If you ask Reforge if he believes Spider-Man 3 would be day and date with PC, he would tell you no. Even though Spider-Man 3 is years away. Years. Right? We're talking but maybe 6 years away. Because Spider-Man 2 just came out. He would never tell you, well, you know, he'll make up an excuse. But because Gear 6 is further down the line, all of a sudden the gap is going to close. And Microsoft will be releasing its biggest titles day and date on PlayStation.
Coalition made the decision to make Gear 6 this visually intense, cinematic 30 FPS game, you know, all those PR things we're being told about HellBlade, would that fly with consumers on a PS5 or a PS5 Pro?
Again, why are we automatically assuming this game is going to be on PlayStation? We're automatically assuming that every single Xbox game. See, this is what happens when you get a little bit overzealous. Are there 4 games? Yes. Will there be more? Yes. To what extent? No one knows. Not me. Not you. Hoven. I hope I pronounced that right. Hoven, Joven. Not you. Not Yobi. Not Dunn. Not Crow. No one knows. But apparently Reforge knows that Gear 6 is going to release on PlayStation. Not only that, it's going to be there day one. And he's already making a hypothetical debate on whether or not it's going to be okay to release it at 120 frames per second on PS5 Pro. The math don't math.
In 2027 or 2028. And would that be an opportunity for a game to maybe be 60 FPS on the PlayStation platform, but not on the Xbox? Like, maybe...
Just because games run better on PC than PlayStation doesn't... That's a different scenario when it comes to if you're going to put a game on PC and you want to sell PC gamers a game, you better give them the best possible looking game ever, or the PC community will burn your shit to the ground. The PC community will let your shit burn to the ground if your game is not optimized for their platform. No one has a stronger backbone in gaming than the PC gamer. Console gamers fold like a book. Console gamers fold like a married man when Meg Thee Stallion come around. And that's facts. Gamers in general fold like crazy, right? I'm going to boycott Call of Duty. Highest selling game. I'm going to boycott Harry Potter. Highest selling game. So gamers in general fold. Console gamers fold the most. PC gamers don't fold, right? So you have to make sure your game is uberly optimized on PC. Otherwise, you burn them, they're going to burn your ass, and the PC game is done with you. Completely. Let's just keep it a buck 50. But if you think for a red hot goddamn second, that there is any multiverse, I don't care if it's 616, 313, 1087, 1991. There isn't a universe to where Phil Spencer, Sarah Bond, Matthew Booty, or anyone thinks that you can release a game, a first-party Xbox game, on the PlayStation 5 running at 4K 120 frames per second and also release that same game on their box at 30 frames per second. You lost your rabbit ass mind. There is no universe where that's possible. And to think it's possible and to believe it's possible is asinine on your part on multiple levels, in every single train of thought that you have is asinine and it is wrong. That's self-sabotage. Now, for all intents and purposes, I'm going to play your little stupid ass game. Okay? Okay? I'm going to play your game. And let's say Reforge. The all-knowing Reforge, right? You. That Gear 6 releases day and date on PlayStation along with Xbox. Parody, bitch. What? Are you kidding me? You want to know what's more damaging to the brand other than putting games from Xbox on the PlayStation? Is to make sure that the PlayStation version is superior in each and every way. It's going to be parody, bitch. Because listen, you got people like me, right? And don't let them fool you. We play on everything. Right? Do I have a bias or preference on Xbox? Yeah. Yeah. It's where I play all my multiplats. PlayStation is just for exclusives. Someone like me, and there's a lot of us out here. If the games are going to this platform, the PS5, day and date, Gears, Halo, Forza, HellBlade, South of Midnight. Pick Indiana Jones. Pick a damn game. If they're going here day and date, and it runs better, we're talking 60 frames to 120 frames to 30, visually looking better. With the habit, which by the way, Xbox is releasing a controller to match this. They are. Because this is kicking their ass. They're releasing a controller that matches this. But if all the games are day one, and I get Game Pass, I get it. But this would supersede that. If the games are here, if the Xbox games are here day one, they look better. They perform better. Me and many others would have no reason to play the Xbox. Microsoft is not that dumb. Microsoft has done some dumb shit. But I guarantee, parody, bitch. I guarantee you. Let us move on.
Just the PS5 Pro, okay? Jez Corden recently claimed on a podcast that Kate Rayner, the vice president and technical director at the Coalition, she now runs her own division, and what she's doing is she's helping other Xbox studios get the Coalition level with the Unreal Engine. So they're basically like, listen, we know all this great stuff about the Unreal Engine. We're going to now develop essentially a team to help other studios do the same thing. Now, this could be part of the multi-plat strategy to ensure that...
You ever seen somebody like, is it booger sugar? We talk about this wonderful, amazing woman who has these wonderful, amazing skills and has the ability to help out other Xbox studios, right? We want to get you up here to par with Unreal Engine 5. I've done amazing stuff for Gears. Hello, other Xbox studio. Let me help you out. You say this and you openly admit to this, right? You're there. You're there. You're right there. Like you're on a one-way street, and you for 2.67 seconds you realize that you are on this one-way street, and you bust a bitch in the middle of the street. You turn in the middle of the street just to say, yeah, because this is part of a multi-platform strategy. What? You were right there. You were right there. You understood the assignment in every way. And what bothers me is this guy. And I love you, Reforge. Mwah. I love you. I hope one day I can hug you and we can be friends. Okay? You were right there. You were right there. You understood the assignment for a moment in time. This is to help other studios within Xbox. Just promote it within Xbox to help other studios be up to par with UE5. Just for you to say that her promotion to help other Xbox studios is a multi-platform strategy. Well, I'll be damned. I've seen many rabbits pulled out of a hat. I've never seen this pulled out of someone's ass before. Incredible.
Unreal games get better performance. She could be going over to maybe Ninja Theory. I don't know. Let's get that performance mode for HellBlade 2 on the Series X.
So you pull it back. You like, oh, snap. This is a one-way road. Multi-platform, my bad. Let me go help Ninja Theory.
Now, even though John Linneman is confident that they can get 60 FPS for the console in Gears of War 6, another question hanging in the air is the 30 FPS and the 60 FPS situation a parity issue for first-party Xbox studios? Every Xbox first-party game has launched either 30 FPS on both or 60 FPS on both. And
I'll give him that. See? And that's why I say I love you, my man, because sometimes you be on the right path. You be on the right path. You give me a lot of ammo for 15 minutes of fame. You do, but you're on the right path, because as much as people like to defend it and say, oh, it's not the Xbox Series S, that's not the issue, and we still don't know 100% if that's the case, but we do look at stuff like Baldur's Gate 3, and we say, okay, that it was an issue. They ended up releasing the game anyway. I can see that. I will give you that. Shout out to Caldwell. My bad, my English is poor. I apologize. It says, did I miss the... Getting old. With the follow super chat, he said, did I miss an announcement that every single Xbox game is going to PS5? I like I just assumed that is the case, despite it making no business sense. And that was me exactamundo, my guy. I said it before. I can't get these people to admit that PlayStation games will be day and date with PC at some point. Remember, it was never going to PC. Now it's never going. It's 6 years old, 6-year-old games. It's never going to be in day and date. They won't believe that. But now, because of the 4 games, the Sea of Thieves, Hyper Rush, Pentiment, because of those games, now Gear 6 is automatically releasing on PlayStation. Automatically. Am I saying it's a never? Never say never. I'm not saying that's the case, right? But how did we make such a big jump to where a pillar Xbox title like Gears, like Halo, like Forza, right? That was a running joke for the longest time, Halo, Gears, Forza, are now going to be day and date on PlayStation 5, PlayStation 5 Pro, PlayStation 5, 6, and according to our buddy here, they will be superior. They will be running at 120 frames per second, while the Xbox version runs at 30. Appreciate the super chat. Bordy, I see you over there on the shorts feed. What's going on, my love? See, I figured it out for my last stream when I had the shorts feed. down here. I got the shorts feed and the regular feed side by side so I can see the comments at the exact same time. I see you, boy. They turn out to you. Much love to you. But Caldwell, thank you for the super chat, my brother. Let us move on.
And when the 60 FPS update came to Redfall, it came to both consoles. So let's say that John Linneman is correct and Gear 6 gets a great performance mode, but what if it only works on the Series X? Would Xbox allow that? What if it only works on the Series X and the PS5 and the PS5 Pro? What if...
Again, what frustrates me about, because sometimes like he makes some great points, like this point is actually pretty great. As much as I killed this man like 45 seconds to a minute ago, the points he just made were fan-freaking-tastic, right? What do you do at that point? Which I believe at that point you have to go ahead and make the separation to make sure the Series X, the one that costs the most money, the one I spent all the goddamn money on, is a superior thing, right? But I guarantee it, he about to say something stupid.
What about the PS5 Pro? It's literally designed to give you more frames in really pretty modes like 4K modes and ray tracing. Would they let an Xbox first-party game tap into the greater power of the PS5 Pro?
Parity, bitch! There will be parity, number one. And number two, stop assuming this is happening.
Will this push into, if they're pushing into more of a publishing role, I'm curious how Xbox handles these types of decisions going forward. They let Sea of Thieves get exclusive cosmetics for the PS5. They let Hi-Fi Rush get exclusive features.
I seen that somewhere. Is that true, chat? Chat, let me know if that's true. I saw something somewhere about Sea of Thieves getting some content, like a patch and like a hook. It was something. It looked something that was extremely irrelevant. Bonte, what's going on? Well, Guan. I saw Special Nick in the chat. What's Special Nick? I love Special Nick. I gotta find a way to get Special Nick back on the show, man. But his time zone is different. But I love Nick. Let me know. Did Sea of Thieves get something special for the PS5? Did they get exclusive content? Or was it a bucket? Was it a sale? Because no one gives a shit about that. No one cares. If it has haptic stuff, okay. That's because of what they do. You gotta have to. It's the controller. The way he's talking is as if Sea of Thieves got an exclusive mission. He's talking like Sea of Thieves got some exclusive characters. Right? Oh, because if we're talking a sale, a bucket, a hook, no one cares. Caleb showing his support to the stream. He says if Xbox games go to PS5 after a year or two, that is the same time frame as PS going to PC. They say a PS5 is worth it because you don't have to. You know what? My boy, thank you for that super chat, number one. But you got a hell of a point here, because I seen not too long ago where people saying, "Oh, I'm not waiting. It's a PS5 game." I forgot what game it was. Right? They say, "Oh, this might be coming to PC soon." I'm not waiting. I need it now. Right? Give me a game. Let's make up a game. Ghost of Tsushima 2. It was a beloved game. Right? If that's announced right now. And then they also say, coming to PC in 3 fucking years. What they all gonna say? And they have a PC that's more powerful than a PlayStation. More powerful than a PlayStation Pro when it releases. What they all gonna say? To your point. Call the whip. I'm not waiting. I need it now. I want to play Ghost of Tsushima right now. I'm not waiting on the PC, even though my PC plays it better. I'm not waiting. But if a game like HellBlade 2 drops on on Xbox, and you find out it's coming to PlayStation 2 years later, oh, I'll wait. I'll wait to play it on my PlayStation. These are the same fucking people. These are the same people They just said it about HellBlade. Thank you. It's the same people. You're not willing to wait to play it on your all-powerful PC. All right? Your all-powerful PC, you're not willing to wait because you need it now. Now, man. But, I'm just going to assume this game is coming to PlayStation, so I'm not going to buy it on Xbox or play it on Xbox or even play it on my PC because I have to play it on my PlayStation. How that work? Boy, the I was on the Fuji. Explain why I didn't see anyone else. Yeah, the chats are separated. So if you're in the chat on the short stream, you're not seeing the chat on the regular stream. I apologize. They separated. I'm sorry. But it's 100% people. Let us move on. I'm sorry.
With the DualSense controller, I would lean toward them allowing a developer like the Coalition to tap into as much power and as many features as possible. And that feature parity and performance parity will soon be a forgotten memory. Now, my last question about Gear 6 is this. Will it be live service? As in, will they leverage PvP, online, multiplayer?
This is Xbox. You know it's going to have some live service activities happening here, my boy. This is Xbox. Is the next Halo going to have live service things too? It's an Xbox game that has a dedicated multiplayer. A very popular dedicated multiplayer. Of course it's going to have some live services. Of course. They're doing the thing that PlayStation wants to do, which is find a way to continue to get money after you initially buy the game. Come on, people. This ain't you're killing me. If I die on the stream, let everybody know that I died pretty as fuck. Hey, listen. Listen, you see how that light is hitting me like the goddamn shining of a solar eclipse? Which is beautiful, by the way. Shout out to Texas. Living in Texas, I was able to see it. If I die today from this stream, just know I died pretty.
Or any other ongoing content model. With the success of Helldivers 2, I can't help but look at Gears and think, all right, it's your turn now. They're the ones that gave us...
You see my issue? My man be... The right jab is something smart. Right? The cross is the cross is something smart. Then he come with a jab that's some dumb shit. Then he comes right back with it. Like smart, dumb, smart, dumb, smart, dumb, smart, dumb. I love Helldivers. I would love for the Helldiver-ish type of stuff with Gears. Gears Horde mode is amazing. Right? I would love that. And that's like, come on, man. I wish he would just I keep coming with the smart stuff. Like, don't come dumb. Smart dumb. Smart dumb. Then they go dumb dumb. Dumb 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 dumb. And then smart. I'm going to have a stroke.
Horde mode, which has influenced a bunch of other games. Just the term Horde mode, right? That's from Gears of War. It's time for the granddaddy of the Horde mode to bring something amazing to the market. Helldivers 2 proves that shooting baddies with your buddies is winning. It's a very winning combination. It's fun. It's a very addictive model. So, what are my predictions? Well, I was going...
Yeah, now. He just came with the smart. Now, if I'm a boxer, I know that the dumb shit is coming. So I'm going to weave and pap him up. Here come his predictions. Let's end off strong, Reforge, my friend.
Going to predict 30 FPS, but John Linneman has me doubting that, all right? And I truly hope that he's right, okay? I hope 3 or 4 more years in UE5 gives the Coalition what they need. Now, that would turn the tide for some, but it would not turn the tide for how worthless my Xbox Series X feels, okay? Even friend of the show, Doc Dark, has completely switched to PC gaming, admitting, along with me, that our Xbox Series X just really has no use. By the time Gears of War 6 strolls into the market, I imagine it'll be multi-plat, and if it can have 60 FPS...
By your logic. By your logic. He's saying, by the time Gear 6 releases, it will be multi-plat. So that makes his Xbox pointless. Right? Not my words. His words. By your logic, does this mean that your PlayStation is also worthless? He said point is worthless because those games are going to PC? You can't have it one way or the other. If you're saying these games on this platform are going to this platform, so that makes this platform worthless. All right? That's what he said. That logic has to be spread across every single platform that does this. We're talking Xbox to PlayStation, PlayStation to PC. Would he openly admit that his PlayStation 5 is worthless? No.
PS, okay, if they can nail that,
Scott Punk, what's happening?
My PS5 Pro. So that's my other prediction. I actually believe Gears 6 will be a multi-plat release. Numerous leaks and insiders...
It will be multi-plat. Xbox and PC.
Are claiming that in-process projects have been switched to non-Xbox exclusives. It might be why, as I've theorized before, why we...
Name them. Name one and have them name the game. Otherwise, it's bullshit. I'm sorry, when it comes to like Xbox stuff, if I don't hear from like Jez, Rand, Jeff Grubb, for the most part, it's probably... I mean, because no shout out to create what's his name? Nate the Hate. He said the Starfield was coming to PlayStation. No diggity, no doubt. Just to say, my bad, like a week later. So again, and you choose who you want to listen to. Those are just my 3. Jez, Rand, Grubb. There's like a few more. I got a couple of people that hit me up about some stuff. I trust them. I won't name drop them. I trust them because they be right about some stuff, right? A lot of stuff, majority of the stuff, right? I won't name drop them, but there's a few people. Pick who you want, but yeah.
I kept hearing about the Gears collection, and it just never came. It's maybe being ported so that it can be a multi-plat release as well. That'd be a great runway for getting people excited about Gears 6. Lastly, do I think Gears 6 will be live service or not? I'm honestly torn because I think
it's
it could.
Stupid question.
Arena-style
you know it
PvP
is. Quit being stupid.
but that's aimed at a very specific type of player. I honestly wonder if Gears could do more with the PvE side of things, similar to...
All right, I'm done. I'm done. God. Why do I keep doing content on his clips? Listen, if you want like some this style of content, on Wednesday we do Double XP podcast. It's more your traditional gaming podcast. We're talking purely about games. 15. If you're new to the show, 15 Minutes of Fame. This is a show I do bi-weekly, and I do this type of content. Right? It's not a permanent thing. It's not an everyday thing. Like Double XP, if you want some different type of content, that's what it is. Right? But this. He seems to get these clips put out on social media every time I go live, and I just want to tell him right now that I appreciate you giving me the content, but you're not very smart, sir. Way too many dumb jabs. It's dumb jab, dumb jab, dumb jab, dumb jab, dumb jab. It's hot and humid. And I'm appreciative. Oh, we know that for a fact. I mean, the man's only really playing games if y'all pay him to play games. He's openly admitted that. If you don't meet his sub goal, if you don't not subscribe to the channel, if you don't become a channel member, he won't play games or stream games, right? But listen, we do have channel memberships here at Level 1 Gaming. I appreciate you guys coming out and rocking with me, man. If you haven't already, hitting the like button is free 99, right? It's the best way you can support the channel. And also, if we do all the reviews we do, the interviews that we do, the podcasts that we do, hitting the like button is free 99. Subscribing is also free 99. If you want to support the channel, consider becoming a channel member to get some exclusive content. Please consider we have 2 different tiers. If you want to come and just support us and support what we do, I appreciate it. You guys have been absolutely amazing. For those on the short stream, for those on a regular stream, you guys have been freaking fantastic. Don't forget, this Wednesday, I'll be back for the Double XP podcast. I'm also guesting on another podcast this week. I'm going to wait for him to announce it. He has an amazing guest. It's going to be cool for me being on the panel with this guest for the first time. Big time. Somebody I've supported for a long time. Yes. If you become a channel member, you can post the Polygon titties like Bordy is doing right now, because we always and will forever support Polygon titties at Level 1 Gaming. Well, all that said, man, I hope y'all have a good night or good morning wherever you are on the world. Be easy, play video.